Hello friends and fellow Vikings, and welcome back. Today I'm going to be showing you a tribute build to the developers of Valheim. This build took about 30 or 40 hours in real time. First off, let me say thank you to everyone that was involved in making this game. You have won the hearts of so many gamers. I know hundreds of thousands or even millions of us feel the same way I do. So again, thank you so much. And great job, because this game kicks ass. Let me just say that originally this build started off as a way to test how high I could push the 26-degree roof up in the air before it would start to break off. Then I decided it would look way better if the foundation and pillars were all stone. Because I used stone, I couldn't go quite as high, but it's only a few meters difference in my opinion. The iron/wood beams that I originally used do stack higher than the stone, but didn't give the look I was going for. It took at least 5 or 6 hours to flatten the ground and another 5 or 6 hours to set the foundation. What you're seeing here is the original foundation and wasn't near big enough for the project after I got started. I realized that I could go way higher with the 26-degree roof than I originally anticipated, and I had to at least double the size of the foundation, which took another 4 to 5 hours to double it, and it was just crazy that the scope of the project just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. As you can see here, I originally, like I said, started off with using the iron and wood beams, and it just something didn't sit right with me, so I basically tore it all down and started over again. As you can see here, I quickly realized that I could only go so high with just the stone blocks, so I ended up having to use quite a bit of the steel beams. This was also long before I decided I was going to put a tree into the build. I came up with a few different methods to hold up the roof because the gap is so wide between one side and the other, and you'll get to see some of that when we do the video walkthrough towards the end of this video. I'm sorry I didn't record the whole build, but there's just no possible way I could have recorded 40 or 50 hours of video and then edited it in a reasonable manner. It just would have took me the rest of my life. So this video shows the point where the roof got to the point where it was starting to get bright red, and I didn't want to push it any further because I had some extra height that I wanted to add onto the top of the build yet, so I didn't want to go so that things were falling off the top of the roof already. Now this shows me starting to expand the foundation on the building. One of the reasons I had to do this is because in order to come back down the same amount on the other side and put a gap in the middle for the extra height I want to put on, I had to expand it by twice as much as I had originally had it, and that took me quite a while to do. But it was a lot of fun, so hey, I'm not complaining. So here I got a crazy idea that I was going to plant a tree in the middle of the fort and do some crazy stuff with the tree. I still wasn't even done putting the walls up. I went up one side here, and as you can see, I was able to go down the other, and I got part of the back done of the walls, but I just started building up and I just got completely carried away with it, and honestly I'm glad I did because it just started to really come together. At this point, if I remember right, I had at least 20 workstations, including the normal workstation, the stone builder, and the forge. And I also put them underneath the stone as well, so later on when I got the build done, I could break them all down and I would still have them underneath the floor, so then I could place things and take things down whenever I wanted to without too much of a hassle, as long as it was close enough to the ground. This is a great shot of me trying to build around the tree from an aerial view. Originally my intention wasn't to cover the entire tree like I ended up doing, but after a while I thought, what the heck, I felt like I was committed to it, and I wanted to give it my best go to see if I could actually do it. And I'm glad I did. I thought it turned out really cool. I'm sure it'll give you guys a good giggle to know that while I was up top of building the huge part on the top of the place, a bunch of elders decided to come in and wreck every single workstation I had on the lower level. So I ended up having to go down there and replace all of them at least twice during the build. Also, I hope you guys will get a good giggle out of the fact that about halfway through this, my wife came up to me and she goes, "What are you trying to do? Build some kind of like wood rocket ship on a platform?" And I said to her, "No, I wasn't thinking that, but now that you mention it, maybe I should make it look like a little bit more of a rocket." So I ended up adding some like fins and stuff to the sides of it to see if I could pull it off or not. This is one of my favorite shots right here. I just love the lighting on it. It looks really kick-ass. And these next two shots were taken early in the morning. This is when I decided that I wanted to add another area for docking with a boat. I have my big ship in the front there, but I can't really pull up to it to unload stuff. So that's when I decided to start building that secondary dock. This is a great shot of the main hull. I really love this shot. And so here you can see I ended up being able to park the boat right in front of my little dock and go right through the doors and store my stuff. And I think this will be a great time to start the video. So here we go, guys. Thanks everyone for tuning in. This adventure was awesome, and I'm so happy to share it with you. Please like, comment, and subscribe for future content. Thank you again, Valheim Development. I hope you like this build. My name is Roger, and I'll see you on my next adventure. Take care, everybody.